fraternities. You ever seen these things? Silliest shit I ever seen in my life. You think Aristotle turned to Achilles and said, hey, let's create a fraternity and jump up and down barking like dogs? Hell no. White man out there getting Nobel Prizes and doing business deals in the fraternities. Niggas jumping up and down with candy canes and doing all kinds of silly shit with their hands. I got something for a fraternity of niggas. A fraternity of bananas up a tree. Black fraternity should have an African name. Black fraternity. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Hey, I got a black fraternity for you. It's called prison. Jail, fire, jail, nigga.
And I think I found the girl that he's been messing with. It's like pointing to her house. Is your name Sylvia?
I'm sorry?
Are you Sylvia?
Yes.
Do you know Derek?
Yes. Derek, yes.
Yeah, Derek Johns.
Yes. That's why you're asking?
Because that's my husband, and I tracked his iPad here.
Excuse me? Did you say husband?
Husband.
Your husband for how long?
7 years.
Oh, wow.
So you are Sylvia?
Well, you're yelling. Please calm down. I am Sylvia, and that is the father of my 2 children.
2 children?
For the past 4 years.
We have 3 kids.
Okay.
How old are these children?
1 and 2.
Wow. So where is Derek now? Because he told me that he had a work convention this week. And so like I said, I tracked his iPad here. He's been telling me that, he's working late and things like that, but I just knew something was going on. So I pulled up here and here you are. So
I understand that, Derek. You can give him a call. He is here. We can.
He's here?
Yes.
Where's he at?
You're yelling.
Is he in your house?
You're yelling.
Is he in your house right now? I'm getting.
Say, can we all get along? Can we get along?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 21, and verse 19, it reads, "It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman." All right, and if you're over here in Babylon the Great, aka America, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, you know all about this contentious and this angry woman. All right, and for the most part, it's the so-called black woman. All right, which she is not, really black. She's different shades of brown, but, the so-called black woman, all right, she's the most contentious and angry woman, all right, on this earth right now, due to the curses that were put on us, all right, going all the way back to Genesis. So before I continue, brother, I'd like to start out by giving out honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, the elders, and the acumen of Great Millstone who teach this 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, that be in the house of David. Today is December the 30th, year 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All right, and Jacob represents the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through the seed of their fathers. All right. So I read the scripture you see on the screen. I showed you the clips up to this point, so you see what it is. Very contentious behavior from these so-called black women. And let's get the definition of contentious right quick. All right.
Contentious.
It says causing or likely to cause an argument, controversial. Let me see. Involving heated argument of a person given to arguing or provoking argument. All right, and that's the woman. All right, going all the way back to Genesis chapter 3. All right, when Eve, listened to the serpent and brought that madness home to Adam. All right, it caused Adam to go off. All right, and for her doing that, the woman has been punished. All right, and the scriptures say because she did that, her husband is to rule over her, and she's to be in subjection to a man. But in this society, in this age, in this eon, in this reign of the Edomites, the so-called white, the self-proclaimed white folks, which they're not white, they're red, the biblical red Hebrew Edomites. All right, they allow women to be out of position. All right, and that's because Esau is ultimately out of position. All right, and if you got ears to hear, that spirit that was in that serpent back in the garden is the same spirit that's in these Edomites today. All right, so Eve is basically, she's Esau woman for the most part. All right, spiritually especially. All right, the Lord is only coming back for the elect Israelite lady. All right, he's gonna burn the rest of them. All right, and it's gonna be way more of them that get burned than that get saved. All right. So look at some of these similar words that go with contentious. You got controversial, disputable, debatable, heated, fierce, violent, argumentative, quarrelsome. All right, and these all represent, you know what I'm saying, the nigga woman. All right, you can see all of these belligerent, militant, warring, fighting, battling, threatening. All right, all these things, all right, go into, we say, scrappy, all right, bickering. All these things go into, all right, the curse that was put on us as a nation. But, these women have specific curses that's on them, all right, and they think they're men today, all right, they're angry, all right, they want to fight all the time and shit, just a bunch of madness. It's also in this chapter as well. Let me go up a couple verses. Proverbs 21 and it's another one. Hold on. 21 and 9. It say it is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. All right, and the shit these bitches want to brawl over is, for the most part, it's not even worth it. All right, this woman in the last clip, she's upset because her husband got another woman. All right, so she wants to go over there and, she took that attitude with her. All right, and, she finna make a whole episode and a whole scene out there at them folks' house. And Lord willing, Esau took her ass to jail. All right. Because you already know Eve got that big, loud-ass mouth. All right, and once she gets it going, all right, who ain't no stopping it, all right? Only thing gonna stop it is them cuffs and a trip downtown. Let me read this in Sirach 26. This goes into that jealousy demon that's on these women. See, in actuality, the scripture tell you, jealousy is the rage of a man. He will not spare it in the day of vengeance. All right, but again, on this side, these women think they're men. They've been elevated to the seat of men. All right, and that's because Esau, the devil, the adversary, and he did this shit. Other nations, elevated women too, but the way this nigga did it, this red devil did it, is completely different. All right, he got these bitches able to, run for the top seat of the country, so on. So what I'm saying, even though it's not really that, talking about the presidential shit. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus 26. The point is in verse 6, but I'm going to start at verse 5. It say, there be three things that mine heart feareth, and for the fourth I was sore afraid. The slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. All these are worse than death. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicated with all. All right, and that's what you get over here, right? You know what I'm saying? These fickle ass women, they'll make it like they for the sisterhood and for women's this and women's that. All you got to do is put a man in between them. Them bitches could be friends for 20 years. Put a man in between them. All right, and them bitches will be the worst enemies. All right. Verse 7, it say, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that had hold of her as though he had a scorpion. All right. And she didn't went to Jake's other house. All right, you know what I'm saying? Jake got another family and shit. And that shows, what I'm saying, we under the curses as well, especially the Israelite men, all right? Here it is, you got two women. You got multiple children with both of them, all right? But you got to live two separate lives, all right, just to keep the peace. All right, that's why we need deliverance from this fucking place, all right, and from you fucking women, ultimately, all right? When this shit goes left and Jacob's trouble is really in full effect and is in full swing, all right, the scripture tell you how 7 women going to cleave to one man. All right, 7 being a complete number of women for that particular man. All right, they ain't going to be doing what these bitches is doing right now. All right, because they're going to know that's going to get you X'd out. You ain't going to be a part of that man's business, because that's what a family is ultimately a business. All right. You know, and the scriptures say be fruitful and multiply. You know, this world is just so far removed from the true way Yahweh Shai wants this earth to be ran, and that's why he's coming to destroy it. All right, this setup. All right, not the whole earth is gonna be destroyed, but America is gonna be destroyed. All right, the land of Israel is gonna be destroyed and built back up by you heathen. All right, and you know the elect gonna come down from heaven and put this earth in order the way the Lord wanted to be ran. All right, through the laws, statutes, and commandments given to the Israelites. All right, but you know, in the kingdom is gonna be beat into you other nations. All right, all the laws, statutes, commandments gonna get beat into you. All right, and men are gonna have multiple women. All right, I mean, that's only in this world where you know you're shunned or looked down upon because you got a thing for multiple women. All right, it's madness. All right, you got bitches in sororities. All right, you know all of that shit that comes with that. I mean, I did a video the other day talking about how it's gonna be whips and leashes. All right, for these Edomites in the kingdom. All right, you know what I'm saying? The Jake woman is going back on her spiritual leash as well. All right, she's gonna be in her right mind again. All right, she ain't gonna be a booty shaking, fraternity ripping, body out here in these streets. All right, like the majority of them either clamoring to be or have already became. All right. So let me get that scripture also in Exodus. Which one is it? Where they tell you if a man take another wife, you know what I'm saying? It's all good as long as he able to support him. All right, and clearly that dude is able to support him because he's at both households. All right, and the only reason the woman, his I guess you would call her the first wife, found out that he had the second wife because she fucking tracking him. All right, invading his privacy. All right, and if he gave her his password and his location and all that shit, you know, I ain't gonna speak for him like that. But that wasn't a wise move, man. All right, because clearly she done got comfortable. All right, she tracking you. This is Exodus 21 and 10. They say if he take him another wife, meaning he already has a wife, her food, her remnant, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. All right, so long as he can keep food on the table, all right, keep clothes on her back and a roof over her head, all right, and they say the duty of marriage, you know what I'm saying, going balls deep. Clearly he doing that because they got 2 children. All right, so you know what I'm saying, he handling his business, but Eve is finna rock the boat. All right, she finna make the shit uncomfortable. All right. And that's what these women ultimately do. They make your life uncomfortable, bro. That's why the Lord said, if it be all possible, seek thee not a wife, nor sons, nor daughters in this land, if it be all possible. All right, you know. If you gotta get your rocks off and shit, you know, it's ways to do that. Escort services, you know, all of that shit. You can, you know, we've been in Babylon long enough to know how to, you know what I'm saying, get some box. All right, and the truth shows you how to get the box righteously. All right, you don't fuck no other man or woman. All right, but again, you know, that's what adultery is, truly, and ultimately, it's a man sleeping with another man's woman. What that man was doing with that other woman was not adultery. He didn't do shit wrong. What did he do that was wrong? All right, you know, the woman is the possession to the man. The man is not your possession. You're the possession, woman. All right, but these women gonna find it out real soon. All right, because all hell is getting ready to break loose. All right, you got a new uh, pestilence going through this bitch already. All right, they got a new bird flu. All right, a new what is it, nano virus or some shit like that. All right, you know, Billy Gates said it. All right, after the last pandemic, he said they ain't take that one serious, but this next one they'll really take serious. All right, so you know it's some real terrible things coming to this earth. All right, and you women who ain't with the elect men, and ultimately if you ain't an elect woman, because you could be with an elect man and not be an elect woman, and you gonna get, you know, cast out eventually. So, you know, it's just best to hope that you're an elect woman. All right. And the Lord leads you to an elect man. It's Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear to my speech. And how do you give ear to the Lord's speech? Through his men. The Lord speaks through his prophets. As it says in Luke 1 and 70, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets which have been since the world began. Verse 10, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. All right, so it said tremble. All right, and all these women over here, for the most part, are at ease. All right. If you can get up in a man's face and disrespect him, and he can't do nothing to you, you at ease. All right. If you got a man and you can go through his phone and you can track his location, you at ease. All right. Because you all, man, bro, playing the game wrong, you all out of pocket. All right. The Lord said for the woman to be in subjection to the man, not for the woman to, be making the man's hell, making the man's life hell, giving him rules and shit to follow. All right. That's why the scriptures speak about who could find a virtuous woman. All right. See, her value is worth more than rubies. All right. And the elect are going to be giving those women, all right, ultimately, We all need to be cleaned up. All right. We all need salvation. All right. But these women, they're going to learn it the hard way. All right. Because, man, judgment is going to be on them. This Isaiah 4:1. This is what's coming pretty soon, all right? What the elect men have to look forward to. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. All right, shame. So these women are going to want to be called by that man's name. How does a woman, become a man's, how does woman be called by a man's name? She becomes his wife. All right, and how is marriage? What is the act of marriage according to the Bible? It's sex. All right, so bluntly speaking, these women, all right, these wicked women, all right, who are of the elect, because we're all wicked. Let me say it that way, because we're all wicked in this flesh. All right, but these women are going to have to come to an elect Israelite man, and he's going to have to put his rod in them, all right, to take their shame away, all right, unless they're, a aged woman, But for the most part, these young women, they're going to have to come to that man and they're going to have to be his wife. And, in order for them to be his wife, he has to go in unto them. All right. A holy rod has to take away, a shameful vagina. That's the way the Lord set it up. All right. No. So it was just something quick and to the point, I had some clips and some scriptures and just wanted to do a lesson right quick on the wickedness of these women. All right, they fraternity worshipers. All right, they're just wicked women. All right. So that's pretty much it for the lesson. All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Ruach Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the elder bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who teach this 100% truth, and where I learn and continue to learn this 100% truth. Peace and salutation to the Lord's elect, Kwame Asherala, and the Bible Ball.